Welcome to MySafetyTrainingOnline.com presents Safety Incentives for General Industry or Construction. What you will learn: how to create an achievement-based culture, how to understand the differences between incentive and recognition, what are accident causation theories, different approaches to worker safety, performance and achievement strategies, and the world of work in the 21st century. Section 1, Introduction to Safety Incentives. Incentives are rewards with some strings attached, commonly known as carrot and stick approach. An incentive is defined as a motivating influence or stimulus, an additional payment to employees as a means of increasing production, or an incentive scheme serving to incite action. The motivational power in recognition lies mainly in its ability to appeal to an employee's sense of pride. Typical safety examples include a pat on the back, praise for a job well done, or coffee with the boss or CEO. Key recognition factors and incentives are: different people like to be recognized differently. Don't assume you know what will turn people's crank. What may be hot button for you may not be a hot button for someone else. How to recognize: the possibilities are endless. Small gifts, plaques, memos, public speeches, pep talks. You can create many opportunities, artificial and otherwise, which make you feel may be a motivating exercise. The tacit assumption behind safety contests is that workers are primarily responsible for accidents through carelessness, accident proneness, or bad attitudes, and that they therefore should stop accidents from happening by merely resolving to be more careful, to obey their supervisors, and have a positive attitude towards safety. Section 2, Incentives and Human Psychology. Token economies are based on injury-free periods eligible for gifts and prizes. At-risk or unsafe behavior is defined, documented, tracked, and subject to feedback. Positive reinforcement and positive for desired behavior. Negative behavior needs corrective action, discipline or feedback to correct or change the behavior to desired behavior. Okay, what do psychologists say about what really motivates workers versus what management believes motivates workers? Check out two books written on the topic by Peter Scholtes and Alfie Kohn, which cover the greatest management conceit and the greatest waste of management time. Psychologist Douglas McGregor, The Human Side of Enterprises, states, Individual incentive plans provide good examples of an attempt to control behavior. Incentive plans do not take into account several other well-demonstrated characteristics of behavior in the business setting. The practical logic of incentives is that people want money and they will work harder to get it. Part 3. Accident causation and safety incentives. Okay, let's look at what OSHA says about what motivates workers and safety incentives. Employees can't be discriminated against for exercising any right under the Act. Since employees have the right to report that they have been hurt on the job, and games which discourage the exercise of that right may be considered discriminatory. On March 12, 2012, OSHA issued the Employee Safety Incentive and Disincentive Policies, which directs field compliance officers and whistleblowing investigative staff to beef up their enforcement of 1904.35, which addresses work-related reporting injuries and illnesses, and Section 11C, which contains the whistleblower statutes. The memorandum is targeted at employers who have implemented safety incentive programs that discourage workers from reporting injuries and have a policy that requires disciplinary action against people who are injured on the job, violate injury reporting guidelines, or violate safety rules. Okay, so the Feds think management practices which discourage workers from reporting injuries are regressive. Where does that leave management? Here are the accident causation theories advanced by experts. Unsafe act or worker behavior versus unsafe condition of the work environment. Most injuries are caused by unsafe acts, not conditions. Total Safety Management Systems approach. SMS provides a systematic way to identify hazards and control risks while maintaining assurance that these risk controls are effective. For the purpose of defining safety management, safety can be defined as the reduction of risk to a level that is low as reasonably possible. Total Quality Management. QA, or quality assurance, refers to systemic activities implemented in a quality system so that quality requirements for a product or service will be fulfilled. The domino effect. The domino effect is a chain reaction that occurs when small changes cause a similar change nearby, which will then cause another similar change, and so on. It is a linear sequence. Section 4. Common features of safety incentive programs. The first one we'll look at is a bonus pool. At the beginning of a year, deduct money for safety audit deficiencies, OSHA recordable injuries, and at the end of the year, the balance is split among the employees. Hourly employees have to qualify for their bonus, and safety topics cover 25% of their audit. If there is an accident, the cost of the accident comes directly out of the bonus pool if negligence is found. If an accident is not reported, the bonus does not get paid at all. Team versus team. Each team works to have no accidents or injuries. Company A sets up an incentive plan that places everyone on the team so each team works to have no accidents or injuries. Company A uses a simple poster board to list the teams, and then with clip art created little cutouts to show what happened to each team that month. Vehicle accidents, etc. Team versus team. Company A never had mentioned who had the incident or the near miss. At the end of each month, the winning team gets a small safety prize. They use or choose their own for gifts, very inexpensive safety items. Printing safety bucks at the beginning of the year. Award bucks for safety suggestions, hazard recognition, attending safety training, awarding small prizes on a quarterly basis. Company B had safety bucks printed in different denominations, and the employees are rewarded for safety suggestions. They are also rewarded for coming up with corrective actions when it had an accident or incident and answering safety questions correctly. Then every quarter it purchased prizes using a safety program budget and have a silent auction. They bid on prizes with their safety bucks. Establish a safety improvement suggestion program. Safety committee judges suggestion awards the individual or team the best submission. Company C implemented a safety improvement suggestion program that identifies potential as well as existing issues that need action for mitigation. The Employee Safety Committee then judges the submissions quarterly and issues an award to the individual or team with the best submission. As this award is coming from a committee made entirely of their peers and not management, it bolsters recognition by their fellow employees. The Safety Jackpot approach was approved by a one-year pilot program. It promotes supervisors or worker communication and self-service administration. Individuals could choose prizes. Programs operate continuously and incentives are for every worker in the company. It provides positive reinforcement. The challenge was how to make Safety Jackpot fair, inclusive, and promote safe behaviors and fun. A list of rewards for behaviors was generated. A cash drawing was added to spice up the pot. Field and administrative employees participate. A budget up to XXX was approved by upper management. The Safety Jackpot program rollout. Work group level meetings, information packages and catalogs were sent to each employee. Video was posted on the company website. Company web pages and toll-free number were available for questions. Section 5. Factors that ruin safety incentive programs. OSHA has received reports of employers who have a policy of taking disciplinary action against employees who are injured on the job, regardless of the circumstances surrounding the injury. Reporting an injury is always a protected activity. A lack of leadership commitment at all levels. Supervisors need to drive the program and promote it to their people. Managers and supervisors saw it as a burden, and employees saw it as something for nothing, and senior management hoped for the best. No employee or union involvement in developing or deploying the program is another factor in ruining the incentives. Not all areas of the company participate in a direct rollout of the program. There's a lack of understanding of the program's intent and goals. There's a lack of understanding on how to redeem the prices, underlying cultural differences, and distrust not engaged prior to initiating the program. Section 6. Questions to ask before starting a program. Is your safety incentive program one component of a well thought out, effectively administered risk management program? Does your incentive program include the measurement of leading indicators and/or safety activities, such as safe behavior observations or safety meeting attendance? Is your incentive program consistently well supported by top management because it increases safety awareness and has a positive impact on safety culture? Does your company involve employees when developing the program? Does your company regularly provide feedback to employees on performance and progress being made toward the company goals? When asked, could employees at all levels of the organization explain the purpose and goals of the program? Is the incentive program regularly evaluated for effectiveness? If your company has eliminated its incentive program, would it not have a dramatic effect on the reporting of injuries in the workplace? Do your employees understand that the program has a genuine purpose and lifespan, as opposed to expecting or feeling entitled to the incentives? If you answered no to any of the questions above, you may want to further evaluate your program to determine whether you will be able to improve upon it in any way. Section 7, Safety Incentives Summary. OSHA has approved of safety incentive programs that do not discourage employees from reporting injuries. The top-down approach of management issuing edicts will surely condemn any incentive program before starting. The idea that only money can be an incentive to workers commonly held by management is wrong. Items which could motivate workers are many. Some of these are listed here. Small gifts, plaques, memos, public speeches, pep talks. You can create many opportunities, artificial or otherwise, which you may feel motivating exercise. Examples of safety incentive programs include, but are not limited to, establishing a bonus pool at the beginning of a year and deducting money for safety audit deficiencies, OSHA recordable injuries, and remember, don't discourage workers from reporting injuries. The hourly employees have to qualify for their bonus, and safety topics cover 25% of their audit. If there is an accident, the cost of the accident comes directly out of a bonus pool if negligence is found. If an accident is not reported, the bonus does not get paid at all. Develop a measurable criteria for a program so it can be evaluated before it is implemented. Develop a set of tools to tweak the program before starting the program. Tweak it after a specified period of time if it fails the preset criteria. Anticipate things will go wrong and plan for them. And of course, hope for the best.